Hello, I'm Josh with the City of Waupaca, and we are back with our community update. We've got Aaron Jenson from the City of Waupaca and John Erspamer, principal from the Waupaca Learning Center, joining us. Hello, guys.
Good morning.
Josh.
And the first thing I want to talk about, something very visible for anyone that goes past the Learning Center. There's a lot of heavy equipment and construction going on, and that's coming to a close soon. Tell us an update on your single point of entry project.
Well, fortunately for us here at the Learning Center, Mother Nature has been very cooperative this winter so far, and the construction crews have been able to work at a pretty good pace. And so we're looking at closing up on the main construction and just tidying it up sometime in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So I would imagine sometime in March, we'll be hopefully bringing in the furniture into the front entry. We're still waiting on the sidewalk to be completed out front before we begin to use that entrance, and then all of the security features to be hooked up inside. So the actual building itself is probably done, but all the inside stuff is going to take another couple of weeks following that.
And of all the schools, just to remind our viewers, the Learning Center had the most complex construction project to get all the security done compared to the other buildings, correct?
That is correct. And the reason for that is the amount of addition onto the building. Where the other buildings were building on their current sites, we had to add that additional piece to the front of the building. And that was the major difference.
So it'll look a lot nicer with that all wrapped up. We'll jump over to Aaron. We're thinking spring. We're recording this on Wednesday where winter made that one-day return, but spring and summer park and rec program registration opens on Friday.
Yeah, we'll give one more reminder for everyone. March 1st, Friday, some of our larger programs, softball, baseball, session 1 for swimming lessons, and much more. So go on ActiveNet, go on the Park and Rec website. If you have kids in the youth levels, they're great programs, and we want to make sure you get signed up before the deadline comes, which will be right around the corner. You mentioned spring, Josh, and John was talking construction. I want to mention, too, I got a picture from our Park and Rec supervisor yesterday. They were setting the light poles, the new light poles for the Lakeman Field project. Obviously, our public works facility is continuing to move forward, too. But, yeah, it's pretty good winter. I think 72 degrees yesterday in February. So pretty good winter to move those along.
Very cool. We'll jump back to John. We'll start talking about some events upcoming. The first one's this Friday. It's the Waupaca Learning Center Literacy Spirit Day. What's that all about?
So that's a day that honors Dr. Seuss's birthday and Read Across America. It's where all students in the building from 8:10 to 8:30 a.m. in the morning will be able to read their favorite book in their classroom or a book of their choice from their classroom. And it's just a way for us to, signify how important reading is to students.
And then you've got another event coming up later this month, reading and math, that involves the whole family.
We've been doing this for quite a few years now. So on March 21st, we will have our reading and math family night here at the Learning Center from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And that is where we have a number of rooms in the building who will have community readers, school board readers, staff readers, and everybody has a book to read. And kids and families can come in and enjoy a meal here from 5 to 6. And then from 6 to 7, every 15 minutes, students and families will rotate to the room of their choice for the story that they would like to hear.
Very cool. Some other events talk about City Council, which typically happens the first and third Tuesday of the month. That's changing a little bit in March, Aaron.
Yeah, we have a lot of city council members that'll be with their families during spring break, that darn school district. So they're going to be off. We won't be able to have a quorum next week, which is fine. We're just going to push it back and schedule a special meeting on Tuesday, March 12th. There were 4 public hearings scheduled for prior to the March 5th meeting. So we're going to be reposting those and they'll be at a later date, whether it's March 12th or March 19th. It depends on what the notice requirement is for that specific ordinance change. But just know that no council meeting next Tuesday. We'll have a special meeting the following Tuesday.
And then one of those things everyone sees on their monthly water and sewer bill is a fire protection fee. First, explain what that is, and I know there's some changes going on with that.
Yeah, so our public fire protection fee is something that all of our water users see on their water bill. The reason we're talking about it is that most people will see some changes on their bill and a notice in their March bill. What is it? That's a great question. I'm glad you asked that, because a lot of people see public fire protection and they'll think it's a charge that goes where the revenue goes to the fire department. That's not the case. It actually goes to our water utility. And it's really to maintain all of the infrastructure that supports fire protection. So hydrants, water lines, so on and so forth. And it's actually something that's outlined in state statutes, and it's governed by the PSC, or the Public Service Commission. So outside of city control. One thing, when we were going through the budget process this year, we were actually planning to propose a simplified rate case, which is a cost increase for water usage. And then throughout our budget process, we found out that our revaluation had a little different impact on these public fire protection fees than it does with taxes. So, for example, we have a rate of 68 cents per $1,000 of valuation for this public fire protection fee. And it doesn't all equalize out, and it doesn't increase by the average of the entire city. It just goes up by the amount that your assessed value went up on your house. So when we found that out, we kind of took the proposal to have a rate increase off the board. So there wasn't a rate increase, because we knew that there was going to be some additional cost with this fire protection fee, and then that revenue was going to go up in the water utility. So that's a little explanation on what that is, what it goes for, and what people can expect in their water bills here in March.
Okay, and I don't think people realize how involved the water department is with fire hydrants and all that sort of stuff. So so appreciate the explanation. And then we want to close out with John. I don't think most people look forward to an exam, but the school district's got their forward state exams coming up. So tell us a little bit about what that's all about and when it's taking place.
Yeah, that's correct. So we all know that this coming week we have spring break, and after spring break, from a school district point of view and here at the Learning Center, our attention does turn to our annual state testing with the forward exam for our 3rd and 4th graders here at the Learning Center. The window starts in late March and goes to the end of April. And here at the Learning Center, we'll start April 9th and then go the next 3 weeks with 2 weeks of testings, and then leave a week for makeups. It's something we do every year, that we have to do every year to see how we are doing compared to other districts within the state.
Well, Aaron, John, appreciate you making time this week to get the community up to date what's going on. John, certainly appreciate you joining us to update us about the Learning Center.
Thanks, Josh.
Thanks, Josh.